One of the most important networks that you really need to pay attention to is LinkedIn. I'm Katie Lance, and today I'm going to talk for a moment about LinkedIn, but most specifically, I'm going to talk about how to leverage LinkedIn recommendations. Now, one of the things I love about LinkedIn is it's a truly professional network. So if you're someone who is still a little concerned about social media and not really sure about some of the other networks that are available, one of the most important networks that you really need to focus on at a minimum is LinkedIn, because that's your professional profile. And I always say, if your LinkedIn profile hasn't been updated in a few months or a few years, there's almost that perception that you're out of business. So you want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is updated. We've actually done a couple great videos on the download about LinkedIn and how to do that specifically. But what I want to share with you right here is a little thing that makes a really big difference, and that's LinkedIn recommendations. So in LinkedIn, there's the ability to give and get recommendations. Now, why is this important? Well, you may not realize this, but so many people, before they pick up the phone and call you, or before they email you, or before they fill out that form on your website, you know what they do? They Google you. And one of the first things that comes up when someone Googles you is your LinkedIn profile. So if someone were to go on your LinkedIn profile today, what would they see? Would your profile be updated? First of all, and second of all, would you have any recommendations or testimonials from people who've worked with you? So I'm on LinkedIn right here. I want to show you where recommendations are and how you can get recommendations. So here's my profile right here on LinkedIn. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you can see here, this is my work experience and everything, but my recommendations are right down here at the bottom. I've got a number of different recommendations of people that I've worked with in the past. Now, how do you get recommendations? Well, I always like to say, give to get. So as part of your social media strategy, I really recommend once or twice a month, give a recommendation to somebody. It could be someone that you worked with as a client. It could be someone that you worked with just in the industry, perhaps another great agent that you worked with, or your favorite title person, or someone else in your office, someone that you worked with. It's a great thing to do, to give a personal recommendation. The other way to get recommendations is to ask for recommendations. And the way that you do this is you go up to the profile button and you click Edit Profile. So this is going to take you to the page where you can go in and really kind of edit things on your profile. But what I want to share with you is the recommendation piece of it. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to recommendations. And you can see recommendations are right down here. I'm going to click on this little pencil. And now what it's going to let me do is there's a little button right here that says Ask to be Recommended. So I'm going to click that button. It's going to take me to another page. And now I have three options. So I can choose what do I want to be recommended for. So I'm going to pick my current position. Now, you can actually ask up to 200 people. What I encourage you to do is to choose wisely. Pick 10 or 20 people that you work really closely with. Maybe it's someone that you recently did a transaction with, someone that you work really closely with at your brokerage. What you can do is click the LinkedIn button. It'll pull up all of your LinkedIn contacts. And so I'm just going to pick a few people really quick just to show you how this works. I'm going to click Finish. And now I can go ahead and send an email. Now, there's a template email right here, but I encourage you to edit it a little bit, make it personal, and I can tell you from personal experience, when I've done this, it's very effective. You put in a personal message, then you click the send button, and what happens is those people will receive an email, and many times they will respond and give you a really nice recommendation. Now, the last piece of this is when you receive that recommendation, what do? I always recommend that you turn around and you give a recommendation back to that person, whether it's a sentence or two, or maybe a little bit longer if you have more time. But again, give to get. It's a little thing that can really make a big difference. So for more about LinkedIn and social media strategies, please visit us at the download.remax.com.